Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing amazing. Welcome back to Thrive with Liv P. I hope you guys are doing great. So guys, Kate Middleton, and somebody, this is not me who's saying this, somebody said this on Twitter. I don't know who it was, but I did hear about it a couple times, and I did hear it repeated a few times. Kate Middleton pretty much had to go missing in order to become interesting enough for people to be talking about her. Listen, guys, we've known Kate now for the last 20-something years or whatever, however long it was that she's been married to Willie. And the only time that Kate has garnered this much attention is because she went missing. And she can't even enjoy it. That's the funny thing about it. She can't even enjoy it. Well, anyways, guys. And I am not one of those people, guys, who will sit here and talk about Kate from top to bottom. Because you have to, personally, I have to be interested to talk about somebody. I have to have some sort of interest in the situation in order to be motivated to talk about it. I'm not one of those people who can just come on and talk about things that I don't care about. So you will not ever find me here sitting down talking about Kate from top to bottom and talking about Wills and Kates. I don't care about them that much. They're not that interesting to me. So if you know, there's other people who willfully sit there and talk about Kate for a whole hour, and I'm like, okay. I actually get tired of it. So it's not for me. But there are a few things that I would like to talk about. As far as Kate is concerned, though, apparently a lot of people are saying that they're headed for a divorce, and what else is new? We knew about this before. Like, I could have told you, but yeah. So it seems like if they're fighting, the infighting has begun. Seems like they're like kind of, I don't know if I would call it briefing against one another, but they're definitely getting the stuff out there. Like Kensington Palace is, and now that apparently there's Kensington Palace and then there's Kate's camp. I didn't even know Kate had a camp until now. Guys, they put out this information that she was going to be appearing at the Trooping of the Color or something, and then Kensington Palace comes back and says no, she's not going to be there, and they're the ones who would be announcing it. And so they're fighting. The girls are fighting, guys. The girls are fighting. So that's pretty interesting. And then another thing, as far as they're concerned, Kate and Wills, Kate's family, that man, Gary Gold something or the other, I don't even know what the hell his name is. That Gary something, Uncle Gary. Let's call him Uncle Gary because everybody calls him Uncle Gary. He went on Big Brother, him and that Sharon Osbourne. And apparently, guys, did you know that Sharon Osbourne, apparently, and I don't want to sit here and talk about nobody's body, but she apparently was on Ozempic for a long time, and she's now like really gaunt looking. And I don't know if it's not healthy, but there you go. I don't want to talk about people's body, but Sharon Osbourne needs, instead of worrying about what Meghan Markle is doing and how Meghan's popularity and Harry's popularity is going down, funny thing is, that's all they ever say. Oh, their popularity in the States is going down. Their popularity is going down. Every 2 weeks, their popularity is going down. Meghan and Harry's popularity is going down every 2 weeks. You'll hear them say this. Not every 2 weeks. Every 2 days, as a matter of fact. So apparently, every two days, Meghan and Harry's popularity just drops. But the funny thing is, their popularity dropped so far, and still you, Sharon Osbourne, you're sitting there on Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother, or whatever you're on in the UK, and they're on your lips. That's all you're talking about. I mean, what should be on your lips is that you should be worrying about yourself and your husband. Your husband just got Parkinson's disease. You should be thinking about him, but you're walking around talking about Meghan Markle and Harry? Really? Sharon Osbourne, take several seats. You need to sit because I don't think you have enough energy to stand, to be honest. But either way, let's get back to Mr. Gary. So what has he been saying about Meghan? He has never met officially met Harry well, I don't know if he's met Harry, but he's definitely not met Meghan. He's been around maybe around, because Harry's been there for, Harry's been, I mean, since, Harry's been maybe around him. I don't know how much I don't even know if they've talked, but he probably has been in the same room as Harry once or something. Who knows? But I know he's definitely not met Meghan, because if he did, he would have been talking about it. Then again, he already is talking about it. All he does is talk about Harry and Meghan. So first he was going to write a whole book. And maybe nobody would back the book. I don't know. But now he's on Celebrity Big Brother or Big Brother or whatever it's called in the UK. I don't know what it's called. But he's on that show. And the first day he's on the show, that's who he's talking about. Meghan and Harry. And he goes and says, they were a threesome. He's talking about Harry and Wills and Kate. They were a threesome and everything was hunky-dory and everything was great. Does that seem normal? Why did they expect Harry to stay and be a great threesome with Wills and Kate? I don't understand. That's Will's family. Him and Kate and their kids. Harry was just there because, he didn't find his princess yet. But now he's found his princess. Of course he's going to go with his princess and his children. He's going to go with Meghan and his kids. Hello? He's not going to be hanging around being second fiddle or third fiddle in Wills and Kate's marriage anymore. Like, why would he do that? He now has his own family. So he has his own family to think about. So why would he be, trying to be second or third fiddle to Wills and Kate? It doesn't make sense to me. But there you go. This is what the Uncle Gary is saying, that they were a great threesome, and then somebody comes along. He's talking about Meghan. Meghan didn't come along. Meghan was invited in by Harry, because Harry is the one who sought Meghan out. He's the one who saw her first, and he's the one who was like, oh gosh, I gotta meet this girl. Okay? So it wasn't Meghan that was hanging around trying to get into Harry's life. It was actually Harry who wanted to be in Meghan's life. Okay? So I think y'all need to get your stats straight when you're going to go on shows and talk about Meghan. Because it's just nuts to me. It's nuts to me. But so Uncle Gary is sitting there slamming Harry and Meghan. That's what he's doing, slamming them. And that's the long and short of the story. He's just sitting there slamming Harry and Meghan. And then he did say something about Kate. He said, she is kind of hard to reach and all this. You know why? Because she probably doesn't even speak to you. She probably doesn't even speak to him. She'll probably, like how you have some of those family members, you see them around Christmas and then you say, hi, how's the kids? How's everything? And that's about it. And you never follow up after that. I think that's how Uncle Gary is seen in that family. He called himself the black sheep of the family. He's not the black sheep. I think he's the goat of the family. I think he's more like the goat of the family. And I don't mean goat in a good way. But honestly, for these two people to just go on Celebrity Big Brother and think that all they need to do is to slam Harry and Meghan, which they don't know anything about Harry and Meghan, and that's it, and that's good enough, I think it's kind of ridiculous. But hey, everybody got to make a living, apparently. Everybody got to make a living. And also, guys, Dan Rotten has been fired from GB News. He's going to be moving on and doing something else. And I think GB News is getting canceled as well, the whole show, and they're going online or whatever. All these places, all these things, they're just losing money and they're dying. So they're going online, and you know what's going to happen with with Dan Rotten. Dan Rotten is probably ashamed because you know why? Dan Rotten used to talk about people on YouTube. Dan Rotten used to get and talk about, oh, people on YouTube, they don't have nothing better to do, blah, 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 blah. Now, I can guarantee you, Dan Rotten is going to show up on YouTube, just like Piss Moron. Their shows are probably going to be competing with one another to see who can talk about Meghan more. So there you go. Like, these people are nuts, guys. These people are nuts. But yeah, so Dan Rotten has fallen from grace. I don't think he ever was at, where grace is, but he's just fallen further. Let's put it that way. But yeah, so guys, oh my gosh, I just wanted to give you a couple updates, and yeah, that's about it for me for this couple of updates. And yeah, the royal family is going down. The people who hate on Harry and Meghan are going down as well. And I'm not going to sit here talking about Kate for a whole hour. There you go. I got better things to do with my time because she's not that interesting. And like somebody said before, the most interesting thing she's ever done is disappear. The most interesting thing that Kate has ever done, guys, is just disappear. And yeah, that's about it. Anyways, guys, please remember, like, subscribe, and share. If you want to join my channel, please do so on Patreon or buy me a coffee. And if you send any super chats, super stickers, I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for coming through, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Bye.